What is up, YouTube? It is I Gave the D, or irMaddDogg, depending on how you know me, and welcome to a video I've been promising you guys ever since Black Ops 2 came out, and it's finally up. It is a sequel to my most popular video series ever, and that is how to get good at game battles. However, it's not just game battles anymore, it is competitive Call of Duty. And the reason I say that is because in previous Call of Duty games, really game battles was the only website or form of competitive open to the average day gamer. Now, there's way more things, whether it be league play, scrims, icons, everything like that. Game battles is still pretty big, but essentially, competitive gaming now has gotten so much larger. There's so many more websites for it, and you guys you need to check it all out. And it's definitely something you want to get into, and I definitely would recommend to anybody that they get involved. But essentially this video gameplay, whatever you want to call it, is going to talk pretty much about everything you need to know for the basics. I'm not going to go in hard detail, like, what to use. I will, really. Yeah, essentially, I guess you could say that this is going to cover everything. Essentially, number one rule of getting into competitive gaming is that you need to be aware of the scene. And what I mean by that is you need to know who Nadeshot is, you need to know what Complexity is, you need to know what Esports Nation is, you need to know all the tournaments. That's just something that every competitive gamer should really stay in tune with. A great website to do so, and I'd say it's really the only website at this point, is esports-nation.com. This is a fantastic website. They're super tight with all the competitive players on the scene. They have interviews, podcasts, videos from all the pros explaining, how to get better, and really live streams and everything, and it's just really something that's awesome. Another thing, while I mentioned live stream, is that you pretty much want to be watching pros live streams. Pick out a team that you like, whether it be Fear, NB, Optic, Complexity, Quantic, and just watch their streams, watch their players, and follow them on Twitter, because that is really another way that you're going to stay up to date in the community, is from the players themselves. And now that esports has gotten as big as it has, that's really easy. Another thing I would recommend is staying in tune on a forum. Really, there are two big ones now. There's 360icons.com, and then there's gamebattles.com. Nothing against game battles, however, I do think it is not as popular as it used to be. Pretty much a couple of years ago in MW2, at the peak of game battles, I should say, there were 400,000 daily users on game battles, and that was just huge. Now, there are barely 50,000, and that's still a big number. It's dropped off. Also, the forums, a lot of the time they're just talking about, random things. If you go on the Black Ops 2 section of the Game Battles forums, it really just talks about random stuff, and I'd say the community in Game Battles is kind of heading downhill. Nothing against them. They are still a fantastic, powerful community. It's just, I wouldn't recommend it as much as I would 360 Icons, because 360 Icons, they are seriously amazing. A lot of the pros frequent the forums there. The people are helpful, they stay on topic, and it's just overall a better experience than you will receive on game battles, in my opinion. And if you're wondering why you should respect my opinion, it's primarily because I've done a lot in my competitive career. I had a really high GB rank, I was on a lot of top page teams. I was even going to go to an MLG event with my old team, so I'm not as good as the pros, but I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to coach a couple teams, so yeah, just letting you know. Another thing is understanding that this Call of Duty is way different from previous Call of Duties. One of the examples is that pretty much in previous CODs, you would need like Astro A40s and a SCUF controller, for example. I would still say a SCUF is example, but okay, I'm just going to go to the audio part. Okay, so really in this game, headsets mean pretty much absolutely jack shit. And what I mean by that is that in previous games, A40s, you could actually hear people with Ninja or Dead Silence. You could exactly tell where someone was, even if they were using those perks. In this game, essentially it just cuts out everything, so it's really not that important. So I'd say a simple Turtle Beach X12 would be good in this game. I've been using Turtle Beach X11s for the past year and a half, just, gaming at my house, and I'd say it's just as good as A40s, to be honest. However, if you are looking to travel to LANs, I would recommend the Astro A40s, primarily because you don't want to look like a noob, but also because on LANs it does help, because you can, go on circuit lines with your teammates and everything like that. So essentially, yeah, A40s if you're going to LANs, but a simple Turtle Beach X12 would do if you're just gaming at your house. Pretty much for a controller, I'd say SCUFs are really good in this game, because in previous CODs a drop shot was the thing to do. In this game, jump shotting is the thing to do. So if you can get good at jump shotting, no doubt that you will be successful, because if you guys, I'm pretty sure everyone here has been jump shotted, whether it be in a pub or league play. Essentially, they move their legs like into their body. It's not like a simple like halo jump now. So it essentially makes you way smaller, and if you can get a scuff and maintain your shot while you're jumping, I'd say that's pretty good. However, if you're just genuinely good at jump shotting with your standard Xbox controller, I'd say that's fine. However, as you move further down the line, I would recommend getting a scuff, because that's what all the pros use at LANs and everything, and it will help in the heat of the moment, trust me, guys. So that's pretty much the main hardware. Oh, another thing I want to talk about is a monitor. I play on an old TV from like the 1990s, and my teammates call me Helen Keller, because, you know, I miss a couple of things. In previous games, that really wasn't that big of an issue, but in this game, definitely being able to see people exactly where they are, you know, just peeking around a corner and immediately being able to tell that something is wrong, that's something you're going to need to do. So a monitor would definitely be useful. If you go to MajorLeagueGaming.com and go to their shop, they have a couple monitors there. I would recommend getting the tournament official one, because, you know, if you're going to be going to LANs, you want to be playing on the TV, so that once you go to a LAN, there's nothing that you're not used to, you know? So that's definitely that. Another thing, pretty much the next thing on the list is class setups. This game, and you guys are going to hear me say a lot of times that this game is very, very different from previous CODs, and that's just simply because it's true. You've already heard me with the drop shotting, you know, versus jump shotting, you know, being able to hear people versus not being able to hear them as much. So essentially, just understand that it's different. So about the class setups, pretty much in previous CODs, there was a universal class setup, you know, just one class that everybody used. A perfect example would be the MW3 ACR with the red dot and focus. That's essentially what every single person used. And, you know, the same perk setup. It's been a while since I played MW3, so I'm not going to be able to name the perks that were with that class. But you guys all know what I'm talking about, right? And in this game, it's pretty much individualized, primarily because it's pretty much connection-based, this game. If you're a host, you're going to not need quick draw as much. You know, it's really individualized. I'm just going to leave it at that. So don't think that, oh, my class is different from Optic Nade shots when watching his stream. Clearly I'm doing something wrong, because you're not. If you watch multiple pro streams, you'll understand that every single person has a completely different class setup, and that's just because it's all personal. So what I would recommend doing is really just setting up your classes, experiment with new things in League play, and if you guys are saying League play really isn't that competitive, you are correct. However, League play is exactly what pros have been asking for. It's essentially scrimmaging. If you're in a Masters team, you're going to be playing the top 2% of the Call of Duty community, and that's just pretty freaking awesome. It's essentially pubs, but with a competitive rule set. So that's why League is so popular now, not just because of the $1 million tournament. So essentially, yeah, I think I've pretty much gone over everything. Oh yeah, about teams. Teaming is huge. Now that, you know, there's the League play grind, and, you know, essentially I want to talk about being on a team. I have always been a leader. I've never followed a team. I've rarely actually just stayed back and been a teammate. I usually lead, but something I want to tell you guys, if you're not a natural born leader, don't try to lead a team. Just find a team that you like, you enjoy playing with, and you'll just get really far with them. Another thing, don't say, oh, well, we have a team of 3 right now. Let's just, you know, play together, and then somewhere down the line we'll find a 4th. That's not really effective, because you want to build up your chemistry and skill with your teammate. Like, you can't learn a team of 3, you know, all your callouts, all your setups, and then just expect a 4th to come in and learn it, because that's not really how it goes. So I'd say this is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. I want to thank you guys for listening to my first commentary in quite a while, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope for all you guys who are new to competitive COD, found this useful. If you guys ever just want to play together, scrim some League play, you know, grind, definitely hit me up. I will always be available now that I'm back into this, and I'm always looking to play some League. I'm a Masters rank. I think I just got to the top 75 today, so that's fun. But yeah, so definitely hit me up. Follow me on Twitter, because I'm way active on my Twitter. I post like every single day. My Facebook, I'm not quite as active, but you still should check it out. My TwitchTV, I'm getting into streaming a lot more, because those of you who have been subscribers to me for quite some time, in case you didn't know, in this video there's actually sound. I fixed that, So my live stream is just looking a lot better right now. So there are 10 seconds left. I just want to wish you guys good luck with your future endeavors, and I'll see you guys in the next video.